Okay, hey guys, welcome to part 2 of this week's vlog. It is 2 days later. It is what it is. Anyways, peep my Lumpy earrings. Very iconic. I'm wearing pink shorts, so they kind of match. But anyway, I'm finally gonna dye the quills that I said I was gonna dye like last week. So these ones need to be washed. This is my new batch, and then I have, I guess not old, but like quills that I've already like washed that I'm gonna attempt to dye. So, oh, that's a June bug. Oh, or nor. Anyway, so I got, let me just show you the setup. My mom fears I'm gonna make a mess. I fear, she's probably right. But I have all these different tubs. So that one's gonna be used for washing, and then these ones are for each of my colors. As for colors, we've got sage green, black, red, orange, yellow. And then I don't have Dawn dish soap anymore because my mom's like healthy and whatever. But we have this dish soap, so it's gonna have to do. And because I'm probably gonna make a mess, I have an old t-shirt from college. So let's just get on into it. All right, I filled this with some warm water. And now I'm just gonna put some dish soap. I feel like that's probably fine. And then I'm honestly just gonna pour all these in, and I'll sort the like hairs and stuff out later. Alright, I have added all of my colors into the containers, and now I'm just going to put some of my old quills. I'm just going to kind of put a couple in each. Alright, everything is in, and I'm going to let everything sit for like 30 minutes, and then we'll see what everything looks like. Alright, I let them soak for a little bit, and then it didn't really work out, so I did what everyone else on YouTube did, and I boiled them. Well, not boiled them, but I heated them up on the outdoor stove. Oh my gosh. And now the color seems to be taking a lot better. Not the best though. So I'm definitely gonna have to play around with like the times and stuff. But so far we've got some colors, just not what I was expecting. So the green seems to be the hardest to take. Like, it's just not taking at all. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do with that one. But the rest of the colors seem to be doing pretty good. Okay, so 12 hours later, I finally figured it out. So here's the sitch. The orange and yellow, iconic. Couldn't have asked for better colors. The red, on the other hand, to me it looks more pink, but I haven't let them completely like dry yet. But as of right now, the cherry red, definitely more pink, which is fine. I ordered a different red to try out, so we'll see. Sage green took forever to dye. So this color, I know it could, I think it's because it's a lighter color, that it's kind of meant to be this way. So I got it to a color I'm okay with. So there's that. It's all right. And then let me show you the black. All right, the black just finished, and I'm letting it dry now. I had to do the black twice, and I also had to do the red twice, but that's okay. I'm happy with this black. Obviously when it dries, it'll look maybe a little bit darker, not sure. But I'm pretty happy with this. So I'm kind of letting everything sit and dry. And then I also washed some quills. This is the first time I've washed quills, and I've soaked them multiple times. So I soaked them like 3 or 4 times in dish soap and water for like 30 minutes each while I was like heating up the quills that I was dyeing. And dare I say, this is the cleanest quills that I think I've ever gotten. Okay, oh, there's me. So yeah, these are all the quills that I washed, and now I'm kind of just letting them dry. And my original plan was to dye these today, but once I started dyeing the quills from before, I was like, I'm just gonna dye just these today and see how it goes. So maybe on another day I'll dye these. I also have to try quilling. So I haven't quite experimented with anything yet. So I don't want to dye too many quills and have like too many that are like all these colors. So that was that. That took me like 4 hours. Oh, hello. The wind has also picked up quite a bit. So I was trying to finish and clean up so I can take all the quills inside because everything's kind of blowing everywhere. But that was like a 4-hour endeavor. Next time, I'm going to have to hire Roman to help me with this because it was just, not that it was too much work. It was just a lot of work for one person with all these colors. All right, so everything's blowing away. I'm going to go inside. Oh my goodness. Can you tell that I just woke up? Anyways, got my coffee. We have the cow mug today, and I stayed up way too late last night finishing project. So let me show you what I kind of did. All right, I finished all of my cowboy hat earrings, and they turned out so good. Actually, I'm kind of obsessed. And some of them, like this brown pair, I used some dentillium shells. These ones have some bone beads. And some of them I used bugle beads, but I tried to match the colors as best as I could to the cowboy hats, and I'm obsessed. So I stayed up way too late finishing those, but now they're all done, and I can check this off my to-do list. All right, next thing on my to-do list was attempt to quill, and I tried to last night, but my like leather pieces were too wide. So I had re-soaked them and cut them to be skinnier. So I'm still waiting for them to dry. They're like under here. So I don't think this is gonna be accomplished today, which is a little bit sad, but oh well, like it is what it is. I should have known they were too wide, but it's fine. So my goal for today is to make 3 keychains for my market at Brick and Barn, and then I need to make 1 more pair of earrings. Oh my god, my hair is actually so bad. That's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, but I need to make 1 more pair of earrings to meet like my quota that I gave myself for 3 pairs of earrings this week. So that shouldn't be too difficult, but that's that. And then I bought an espresso machine that's coming today. So we'll probably unbox that at some point too. I should also take you guys to see the sweetgrass plant that might have a new name. It was Scott, but now my mom wants to name it Sweetie. So yeah, but I'll go show you guys my plant. All right, here's Sweetie, the sweetgrass plant. She be looking really dry, so I gotta water her. But also, I read somewhere, like on like one of those gardening websites, that you're not supposed to water it a bunch. But I don't know, she looks like she needs some water. So I'm gonna water her right now. time to try the new espresso machine. So I got her all set up, I'm ready to go. I spent like a whole hour yesterday trying to figure out how to use all the things. So let's see if I actually remember. I'm gonna attempt some latte art today. I also went down a rabbit hole on espresso TikTok to figure out all the shit I need to do with it. So I'm kind of a barista. I also think, like, I love coffee, and I've been trying to figure out a way that like I can incorporate my coffee into like my content. So I think I'm gonna start a new segment on my TikTok called like Beads and Brew or something along those lines, where like I make coffee and I talk about beads or like native stuff, just because like this is iconic. So let's make a coffee. I'm gonna make my first vanilla latte with my new espresso machine. All right, after making the world's biggest mess of trying to make latte art that didn't work out very well, I have latte, and I give it, this is honestly probably the best latte I've ever made myself. I got into the espresso range. I figured out yesterday what I was doing wrong, and if you guys are wondering, today I'm using the blue bottle espresso. And then I also bought the Stumptown, this one. I'm gonna try that one. I need some native coffee brands though, because I used to work with, when I was at UCLA, I worked with Native Coffee Company. I worked with them a lot, so I'm probably gonna buy coffee from them. So that I can have some, you know, native coffee. But I need to decorate my coffee cart because it's pretty empty. I ordered a bunch of stuff to like go on it, but I definitely want to like make this better. But that was like a 10-minute coffee endeavor, which is okay. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna kind of sort of redecorate this and make it look prettier. Okay, here's my first attempt at quill wrapping. It's not bad. The only thing is that I did break the quill like trying to like finish it. It's not bad. I think my quills aren't quite long enough to wrap around. But for my first attempt, that was pretty good. Tried not to get too frustrated because it's my first time. And you know what? I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna take a break from this because my fingers hurt. But that's not too bad, not too shabby for my first try. So I will revisit this. I do also want to try like stitching down the quills onto something. I just haven't like figured out a design I would want to do. But that's my first attempt. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Okay, So I'm in the car. I am on my way to go get Roman some lunch, and I thought I had packages to take to the post office, but I don't. I must have already taken them. So anyways, it's fine. But I want to start incorporating some like subscription content to my Instagram and my TikTok. Because why not? I want to start doing like a little more in-depth tutorials and stuff. Since I've been making quite a bit of content lately, I feel like it's probably about time that I do that, and I don't see why not. I just want to try and see. I don't really know like what the packages like are gonna be, but I don't think I'm gonna have like a bunch of different tiers. I think I'm just gonna have one tier and just do like, you know, an extra tutorial or two a week or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure exactly what I want to do, but you know, why not? I've been doing tutorials for a while, and I've been wanting to do some updated ones, and people have always asked me like, oh, do you do like classes or anything like that online? And I feel like this is a better way of doing it, so that like people can kind of do it on their own time, and they don't have to like wait for me to like do a class on a specific day at a specific time. Oh, people are honking. Not at me, don't even worry. But I feel like it'll be better so that people can subscribe and they'll get the tutorials, access to it whenever they want, access to like subscriber specific Q&As and things like that. So I don't know, I'm gonna try it out, see how it goes. I know I've seen a couple people like have subscription type things, so we'll see how that goes. I eventually at some point also want to do some kind of maybe like beginner beading kits. I really need to plan that out. I just been busy with work, and that's my whole thing is like I need more time, or I need a real assistant, because Roman and I pretty much work the same hours, so we can't always do stuff. But let me know if there's specific stuff that you guys would like to see on like a subscriber only basis, because right now it's probably gonna be like more in-depth tutorials and like first access to like my collections and sales, especially with the holiday season coming up, like being the first to know about all those things. So I'm probably gonna start with my TikTok, because that's where I have more like interaction. So you'll see that coming soon. And yeah, so I'm gonna go pick up Roman's sandwich and take it to him, and then go home. And I have a ton of admin stuff I need to do. I also did not meet my 3 earring quota from last week, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I had other things going on, and I kind of got backtracked a little bit with the whole quilling thing. So anyways, I'll see you guys back at home in like 10 minutes. Okay, all my social media work for right now is done. Posted both my earrings on my website. Now I have to pack 3 orders, so let's do that. I'm actually gonna clear off this space over here on my table to do it, because I really need to get like a shipping station set up, but I just haven't done it yet, so. But 3 orders, let's do it. I'm taking my lunch upstairs today. On the menu, we have chicken nuggets and ranch. Okay, so on my to-do list, the only things I have left, I have to make one more pair of earrings. I need to plan some holiday content slash pre-plan for some holiday collections, because pretty much from September on will be Christmas. So there's that. And then I need to plan more like supplies stuff. So like figuring out the whole bead kit thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna plan some content. Really just some like rough ideas of what I want to do and how many videos a week I'm gonna be doing during the holiday season, and if that's actually gonna be feasible. So yeah. Alright, some good stuff is being planned. But I finished everything on my to-do list except for the 3 pairs of earrings. But that's okay, I'm on my last one. I think this is gonna be the end of this vlog. Yeah, it's been quite a journey. I did so much stuff, and hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of this vlog. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Also, you should go and subscribe to my new TikTok subscription thingy. But okay, bye.